Hello, and I wonder if you can tell what this is, but this is Minecraft. You probably all know it by now, but when I started playing, nobody knew what anything was. But welcome to Minecraft, and this is a little project I'm working on. I've been working on it for about the past 3 months. Well, when I say 3 months, I mean like 6 years, but the idea of this came around when I was on Fire UK's server. There'll be a link up in the left-hand corner somewhere to them. But I won one of their first competitions. I was there for like years, many years. But I started to build something on there, and it kind of went out of control, that place. And I'm not going to say much. It's up to them to talk about it. But basically, I had World Edit before, and my project was so large, as you'll see in a moment, that without World Edit, it wasn't really possible. So they took it away from everybody and got everybody to take tests to be able to do it, and I didn't have the time. All I wanted was to be able to go on it for an hour at the end of the evening, play it and whatever. But anyway, we'll get onto all that in a bit. But this is my project. It hasn't really got a name yet, but it's going to be half an adventure map, half a fucking amazing build which we're all going to love, I hope. But this is it. This is so what I've project name, like, it's just the project is kind of called The City. Kind of my code name for it is The City, because that's what it is. It's a fucking giant, huge city. And there's a mistake over there. Why is that miss? Oh yeah, the bridge. Oh yeah, okay. But so this is The City. This is where it's gonna mostly the story, if it becomes an adventure map, it's gonna be based. There really hasn't been much done, because of time and what time I have, and mostly from that side onwards has kind of gone up in the last couple of weeks, but everything else I've kind of done over the time. But a little sneak peek to the story is that was the exact time I restarted this project, because I kind of started it and then stopped and then restarted it. So yeah. Oh wait, that should be the first. That was the first of this year. It's a couple of days after New Year. But they're still there. But yeah, so this is The City. This is where, if I end up making it into Adventure Map, which I think I have, because I've got my little project book next to me, which is what I use it for writing down everything. I use it at college for my work. I use it, but just for pretty much everything and anything. And in there, I've got a shitload of story written down, and there are 2 books. That one is rules, but I'm not going to show you the name. Well, I'll show you the name. It says rules, but the name is kind of giving away to the story. But that book there is that's the storybook so far. But so you start there and then you just work your way around. But it's such a big project. I have no idea what sort of timeline it's gonna have, but it's just a huge place. So like, this is what I mean about World Edit, is I couldn't have built all of these by hand on this other server. I couldn't have done it single-handedly. I need World Edit to be able to copy them, because as much as it's not very good to have copied all of them in, but I haven't got time to build them all by hand. So tough titties. So basically you start over there and then you work your way around and you do different things, and it's just a big story really. But this is kind of the factory district. You've got a factory there, you've got another factory there. This is sort of a tower where you can go up and you get onto the wall. There's also going to be a sort of barracks thing over there somewhere, and more factories. And you go this way, and what we have so far, these 2 buildings. But you'll find out more about these in the stories. But to get to the we've also got a sort of waterway. Eventually, this is being built in flatland at the minute, which is really annoying, because I don't know if you noticed, but I started building it on flatland and I didn't have enough depth to be able to put these waterways in. So as much as I started it in flatland, I ended up having to raise it by this much. I had to raise it up, which is an absolute bitch. So I wouldn't recommend doing it. If you're gonna do this properly, plan plan how high it's got to be and what your depths are and that sort of stuff. But eventually I'm gonna kind of start it here, and then I'm gonna build it as quite a bit of it, and then kind of copy it in MC Edit across to a proper world and blend it in and do other stuff, because I just think it'll be boring just being on a flat land. But there's another factory. Over here we have the waterways, and then you kind of come over here. This is going to be a naval college, but it's not going very well. I don't know if anybody knows London. If you go across, I sailed up to London a few days ago, and as I was going up the River Thames, I just noticed this awesome naval college building which had all these pillars and stuff, and I thought, I want to build that. So I started it, but I can't really think about the rest of it. So this is one of the ships. This is kind of like an area. The docks are going to be in here, and this is kind of a turning area, because you couldn't have just, like, they're going to be like one way sort of thing. So the ships coming in from the sea are going to come up out of here, and they're going to come in, turn around, and go into there. Same with this. There's another one, and then this side is the leaving, but you can't really have it that it would come up here and then just sort of turn in like this short distance. So yeah, so that's that. And that's kind of the project so far. But the reason I'm making a video about it is because, let's just say I kind of need some help, because this project is huge. I really shouldn't have started this by myself. I should have got some more people involved, and as much as I like to have everything going on in my head, I think it was just a bad idea. So what I'm asking you is, I'd like to either you PM me on YouTube, send me a message, and we'll have a talk about what your abilities are, see how good you are at building, because I'm going to need more than just one, because I don't really want loads of people who are good at building buildings, because I'm kind of all set on that. But I could do with some people who can build airships, or who can build boats, and that sort of thing. But I'm not going to go over there, because that's where the next part of the story is, and you don't want you to look at it. But so I need your help, and I'm kind of unwilling to let anybody on the server, because it is my home server. It's just run off my computer, so, and I have to do it because I haven't been able to get World Edit installed on a single player, so I just kind of set it up as a server. So I'm kind of inclined not to let anybody I don't know and trust onto it, because I don't know whether they come on. Maybe I'll sort out something like donations. If you donate, then you can come on the server whenever you like, if it's up and running. And if it's being donated for, then of course I can try and get a paid server up and running. But at the minute, if I were just to let everybody on it, then for all I know, you could all just come on and fucking blow up TNT, because I have no idea how to work permissions whatsoever. So maybe it'll get to that stage. If you guys like the idea and wouldn't mind donating, then put a comment down in the comments box below somewhere, downwards. But if you like that idea, then put it there, and I'll think about it. But what I was thinking is, if you start PMing me, then if you make something, send me some screenshots. If I like it, then stick it on a schematic for MC Edit, and I'll edit it in and put it in, and it will go in, and then your name will be in the book. It'll be in the book, which will like, everybody who's helped on the project will go in this book. But so far, there's no point in having a book, because it's only me who's done anything. So I don't know if you can hear my little brother, but he's stamping away. But yeah, so I hope you guys like it. If you think it's a shit project, then just say so, and I'll probably give it up. But it's kind of keeping keeps me focused on something. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please comment if you want me to open up sort of a donation sort of thing. Subscribe so you can see more. I'll probably do an update video on how it's going after every week. If there's been a lot of work done in a week, then I'll put it in. Then I'll put a video up. But if it not very much has happened, then won't put it up. And there are more Devil May Cry, Dead Space 3 videos coming, but they're taking forever to render. So I've got like 4 ready to go, but they're rendering. Oh, and I just want to show you this neat little trick I found out. If you look at rain and how fast it goes, if you go down, it just slows. Everything slows down until you hit the floor. But I don't know if it happens when you just fall. Yeah, it does, kind of. But anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next time, and PM me if you want to help on this project. Thank you very much. We will see you next time.